What's she say?
The perks of the flat dash of a Bronco is she can warm her cookie while she's driving in the sun.
Ain't that hard. I didn't think the cookie was hard at all.
Oh, but if you warm it up, it's even better. I mean,
You got no time for that.
well, she does, because she's gonna let it ride all the way to town, or at least part of the way to town, and then eat it before she gets there.
She's got a 15-20 minute drive. She'll be all right. I'll throw some duct tape around his can, JD.
What?
Can we throw some duct tape around his coffee can?
No.
Oh, seal
God,
that.
no.
Sounds like a good idea to seal that hole up.
I see what's going on here.
You can't fix
You're
stupid,
the
but
kind of guy that if you can't fix it with WD-40, you fix it with duct tape.
well, you know,
If it's
there's
supposed
that,
to move and it don't, you use WD-40. If it's not supposed to move and it does, you use duct tape.
Haven't you ever heard you can't fix stupid, but duct tape can?
Easy.
Starting to change the location of things.
Uh-huh. A little bit.
Well, we're gonna let it relax a bit, and then I'll have you move your 2x4 down, and when I hit it again, maybe it won't do that.
Okay.
Because we got them ripples in it from that being folded. Hello, Mom. Thought maybe it was one of them giant squirrels trying to pack me away.
That's exactly.
I think I wonder.
And in the door.
Oh, what do you think?
Looking good.
It's a little different, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. Come up here and went, no, looks about the same. I'd be like, okay, yeah. I guess we could try something different, I suppose.
Old door really needs to be repainted. This door and that door are the original doors that's been in this house.
So they're almost 80 years old.
Yeah.
Almost the same age as you.
And if you look on this side of the door, you'll see all kinds of little pecks on there. My kids throwing darts at it.
Kids throwing what at them?
Darts.
But I can't really say as if I threw darts at the door or not.
No, I don't think you did, but your brothers
But
did.
I might have seen a good reason why not to throw darts at the door.
So a lot of this building of this house we talked about come from Gunnison, Colorado, but a lot of it came from down over the hill, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And so they were bringing pieces up to build this house, but during that transition, where were they living in?
It used to be a little 10 by 15 or 15 by 15 cement building just right south of the house here.
And that's where they stayed the winter that year
And they
until they
stayed
got done?
that spring when the creek come up.
moved up to the chicken house, which that's what it was later on, was a chicken house.
Right.
Then they began tearing down the main building, which was all concrete, but the
Right there in
roof,
front of you.
the
You're
second
gonna
floor,
see
and the
two little
main
dimples
floor.
like this.
Is the foundation still down there?
No,
And if you take,
they
Okay.
they
Go
came
that
in. The
way,
county
take
came in
this
and
hand to
said,
that
"Hey,
set of
what are you
dimples,
going to do with the concrete in the house?" I don't know.
put this hand
I
on
said,
this
"Can we
set,
tear it
this
down
hand
and
here
put
on
it in the
this
bridge down here?"
set, That hand to
So
pull
the
bolt
house
out,
is down here on the
out.
bridge. We drive over it every time we go across
Really?
the bridge.
I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be okay on that propane line?
So it's safe to say while your son was putting in the flooring, something you didn't ever want to do, you just got interviewed on a video for YouTube, by the way.
Watch out, David.
She has been fighting me, y'all, for a long time about this, and I told her I was gonna get it one day, and I just did. But it's all good historical stuff that, you know, it's now out there and it can never be lost. So, you know, great grandkids or whatever can hear that story and it can be told.
There we go.
So you can see he's moving down little by little, stretching and stretching and stretching. And he gets to the corner, he breaks out the medieval torture device, and away he goes. I'm kind of waiting to see if he's going to have David use this thing on one of these
I may
corners.
have to turn and pull back this way still yet,
Yeah.
because we're just from it being stretched once before, but
But all in all, JD is a good teacher. He likes to teach, but he also likes to not do it for you. He'll instruct you how to do it, and maybe kind of show you a little bit, but then he will also
Careful.
have you do it. That way you learn hands-on.
David, we can take this and put it in that corner over there. That'll be the last time we have to move it until we're done.
So, Mom, does this mean I can now show him your mouse catching ability now that you've been videoed?
No.
That feels a little softer up here, doesn't it, Mom?
Oh, yes. It's wonderful.
Probably ought to make your energy efficiency a little bit better, too.
Did you talk about the history of that thing?
That's a
It
story,
looks like
Mom, that you're gonna have to tell, because
It looks like a ballet slipper.
there ain't
No,
none of
I'm
us.
talking about this thing in the front.
Oh,
I
no.
know the history of it, but to say I know it enough to tell it, that's definitely something you're gonna have to tell, because
So what she's talking about is this wreath in the picture frame. So go ahead, I got it in the picture now, go ahead and,
Grandma Langdon,
who was,
Neoma Langdon, when she first married Humphrey Langdon, she had all her brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles. Each time they cut their hair, trimmed their hair, they saved the hair from the family. Then she sat the winter they were married. I can give you the date later, but she sat and made this hair wreath, and it's made of human hair on the main frame, main piece of the wreath. She sat with her husband in the evenings, and she did this with fine wire, hair, a pencil, and a crochet hook. And she made these flowers in this wreath from human hair.
and so Grandma Langdon was on which side?
She was a veil. She was
So that you were Charles,
on Dad's side.
on
Dad's
Charles' side.
Yes, yes.
And she was she the diabetic one? That's the only one I know is
No.
by medical stuff.
She was she came here on a covered wagon when she was 5 years old. to western Kansas with 7 other siblings.
And so I think we talked a little bit about that one time about, like, because I asked Charles one time, why here? And he said, well, this is where they settled. And my question was, yeah, again, why here? Because they came from Chicago? Is that right?
Yes.
So you think about, guys, we are 12 miles west of Winona, and they come to settle way, way, way out here from Chicago. That's kind of a trip.
Now the centerpiece of this hair wreath is made from Grandpa Langdon, Humphrey Langdon's favorite horses. That is horsehair in the middle. It was his favorite team, his working team he did his farming with, and it pulled the wagon to town.
So we have hair up here that would be
Close to
100 years old. So I guess if you wanted to run a DNA test, you got hair right on the wall, right?
Right, right, definitely.
I did not know that till just now, guys. What's the that white piece we were talking about? Is that a shoe?
That's a ballet slipper, but it's only a imitation ballet slipper. Grandma Langdon loved dance. She never danced ballet, but she did a lot of barn dances and weddings dances.
And so we talked a little bit, I don't know as I had my camera on, about this part of the house. And in this room, this was the living room on one side.
This was the living room here.
Which, let's see, and the carpet, guys, that he's going in with, this would be the living room. Now, was that room over there, what we call the red room where we're at, whose bedroom was that? Grandma Langdon's room?
That was Grandma and Grandpa Langdon's bedroom when I moved out here, or when I first came here.
And then back over here behind Cassandra is the kitchen originally,
That was the original,
which is now your bedroom,
what
right?
they were called inside kitchen. It had her stove, her gas refrigerator, and the dining room table and cabinets was in that room. Her outside kitchen was where the water came in. That's where she washed her dishes. And they did their cream separator. Used it every day.
And I believe we have that outside, don't we?
Yes.
And then, so that was the screened-in porch back over here.
Yes. This piece here was originally, these two doorways would have led into what would have been what they called a summer porch. It was a screened-in porch.
And the bathroom was not originally the bathroom, right?
No.
Which is back over here.
It was part of the screened-in porch. They didn't put the inside bathroom in till after Grandpa Langdon got sick. Then Emerson Charles and Lindy Bretz and Towser Bretz came and helped, and they put in the bathroom because Grandpa was too ill to go to the outhouse outside.
So what I find fascinating, guys, is
And that was like in 58 or 59.
it's kind of hard to see it, but hopefully by maybe some video you can tell, because that room behind JD, what they call the red room, is not very big. This room over here behind this door is not very big. So essentially we're looking at 1, 2, 3, just 4 basic rooms and what the original house was, right?
Yes.
And how many people were living up here? So there would have been you, Charles,
And Grandpa Langdon passed in April before we were married in 63 in June. So when I moved in the house in 63 in June, Grandma and Emerson Charles and myself were the ones living here then.
and so you think about it, what amazes me is, you know, in today's day and age, if we were to go over to JD's house and you look at what he calls his game room / living room, that thing is humongous. I mean, it's like the size of your house here, right?
Right.
It's big, it's spacious, it's roomy. But back then, with your resources and with your heating ability and all those, you probably didn't want a big giant house to heat, right?
Right.
It would have been a lot more beneficial.
Yeah.
That's what I find kind of
But
fascinating.
if you look now at like the tiny home movement and like the schoolie stuff like that.
So like
It's-
what Corbin built.
Yeah, what Corbin's doing. It's going back to a lot of the smaller homes because
Of
it's easier
efficiency.
to afford and to maintain.
And we've seen some of those on TikTok because, as you know, we're looking for housing ourselves. We've seen it on TikTok that there's been a huge movement of what they're calling tiny homes. They're cabin kind of things. They may be
Like the
two-story,
shipping
but
container homes and
yeah,
stuff like that. It's a big thing now.
and we're
that-
talking 27,000 for one of those. I can't quite talk your sister into that yet, but it's a work in progress. But guys, it's kind of it's really neat information. I'm glad I've been talking to Virginia for quite a while, trying to get her to tell me the history on a video, and she just kind of snuck in the door and got caught today. So we did get her, but it's really cool stuff because we can put this out there, we can put it on a video, and someday, my son's kids or Emily's kids or whose ever kids, we'll be able to tell that story. Do what?
Or us when we're too old to remember it.
You'll be able to hear it. You'll be able to tell it. You can see like this cabinet over here, is really kind of neat. It was built into the wall, some shelving, utilizing space.
That had been a window before we built
Really?
on the east side of the house.
That's what I told JD. I said, this little corner right behind the door on the other side of the wall, I've got a story to tell. He's like, what? I said, it's shingles. You could tell where the original part was.
And then when we built on, it became a doorway. And the stairs went down.
Okay, so that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then my small kitchen was on the other side of this wall. In the, what's it, the,
So this has been a progress since 1950, essentially,
Yes,
right?
As the family grew, the house grew.
yes.
And I believe it was, and we've said this a couple of times already this weekend, but Roddy Mays, one of the next door neighbors, said he really, really likes it. And especially during the wintertime, because when he comes by here, it looks like a big giant tugboat with the smoke coming out of the stack. It's kind of our steam lighter, kind of a cool one. So you can see, we tell these stories, and the whole time, JD's been working right along, just cruising. And it looks to me like he's just about got this project booked. So we're real close, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Come hear the story. If you want to hear more stuff like this, let me know. We will see you next time.